All right, so part one was setting it up. So let me review what we did. I redid the drawing to make it a little bit clearer. I hope I made it clearer. This is the same problem I just did that I ended class with, okay? All right? I need to be quiet, okay? Good. You have a question, that's fine. It's not a problem. All right, now. So, this is the story, okay? I have a book on a ramp, okay? You get it? That book has a mass of 10 kilograms, okay? Yes? Therefore, and it's at 30 degrees, therefore it has a weight of 100. And if you go 100 cosine 30, that's the normal force. If you go 100 sine 30, that's the FP, that's 50. Clear? Now, let me just explain some of my notation. We have two FNs and two FPs. I want, this is the W. This is from the weights. All right? So this Fn is the support force for the book, the big book. Okay? You get it? That's where that's coming from. Okay? So this is, let me put this back. Okay, you got that? Yes or no? You okay with that? Now, let's look at this. So you have the book, and then you have the weights, then you have the Fn from that weight, then you have the FP from that weight, right? Easy? Yes? All right, now. So I get 50 for the FP, correct? So I have 50 newtons that's making that slide down the ramp. That's right there, right? Now, this is the question. And I also have 86.6 in support force, correct? Right? Now, this is the question. If I apply a force, a horizontal force, horizontal to the ground, on that book, correct? So that it doesn't slide. What's the total normal force? Meaning, if I apply a force to stop that from sliding, there's no friction, we're ignoring friction, then I'm applying an opposite 50 newtons, right? So I'm applying, this has got to be 30 degrees, check your triangles. If you take this triangle and you put it like this, that 30 is there, that right angle is there, right? So this application of some force, correct, has to involve a horizontal force, FP, that's negative 50. You get that?
Yeah.
Why negative 50? Because that's positive 50. So in other words, it's preventing the book from sliding just, correct? So it's sliding in the ramp, I put my finger there to keep it from sliding, right? That's going to create a horizontal force of negative 50. But you see this force here? How do I know to draw it like that? How do I know that? Well, it's got to be, that's the normal force, and the normal force is perpendicular to the plane. See that? The normal force is perpendicular to the plane. So you end up with this. Now this is what you know. I redrew this over here. This is 30 degrees. This, A, means it's the applied force. So FPA means this force here, right? So this value here is going to be negative 50, or just 50, right? At 30 degrees. Now I've got to come up with Fn, which is applied. Clear? So here's my math. So I know I'm talking about opposite and adjacent, correct? Yes? I know the angle, and I know the adjacent, I need to solve for the opposite. So tangent 30 equals Fn from the applied force over Fp from the applied force. Tangent 30 equals Fn from the applied force over 50 newtons, correct? 50 newtons times tangent 30, 50 newtons times tangent 30 is 29 newtons, correct? So an application of this force is going to create an additional normal force of 29 newtons. So 86 newtons, 86.6 newtons, plus the 29 newtons, clear? Is going to, I'm rounding it, yes I know, is going to be 116 newtons. So that's the answer, 116 newtons. Now, what I would recommend is on this worksheet here, right, there's a problem which says number 30. So try number 30 tonight. It says a book with a mass of 3 kilograms is held in equilibrium on a board with a slope of 30 degrees by a horizontal force. What is the normal force exerted on the book? In other words, not just the normal force exerted on the book, but the total normal force. The normal force as a component of the weight, plus the normal force from the application of an additional force. Clear? And we're off.